Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Leo.
Hi Leo. Welcome to your April, I almost said March, April 2015 Tarot Scope and Animal Totem card. Okay there, Leo, let me shuffle up and get started for you guys. You know, the eclipses, as I'm telling everybody, there's an eclipse, one of the eclipses on the 4th, and it is the full moon eclipse. Full moon eclipses always are a release. And it can be something that's eclipsed out of your life. So those changes coming for everybody. And everybody's life is going to be affected. Almost everybody's going to be releasing something. The reason I bring it up is because the very first card out is the Ten of Cups. And that, you know, it's known as like the divorce card in that position. I mean, some of you may be getting divorced, but really it is about a severing of a relationship. It doesn't have to be a marriage or a romantic partnership. Also, I will use Ten of Cups to represent the family, because the whole family is on the card. It's you stepping out and breaking away from this then. So for some of you, maybe a relationship may be ending, and you may be stepping out on your own. The Magician stands alone. He's number one. His posture and his body makes a one, you know, a number one. He strikes out on his own. He does what he wants to do. He goes in the direction that he wants to go. So I feel that's going to be happening for a lot of you, and it may end up, in order to do that, you may have to leave some people behind. And it might not be so in the present moment, like we're saying. It might not be like you're breaking up with somebody and you're moving on. That could be. But like if this is your family, this may be you just releasing and breaking free of family programming kind of stuff. You know, things that the family ingrained in you, and really becoming, you know, not just a member of this group, whether it's your family or whoever, but your individual self, the true you. There is this Queen of Swords there in reverse, and her sword is standing out to me. See, when that Queen of Swords sword stands out to me like that, it means that she's ready to, she'll cut you. Like, she is ready to fight you. She will do harm, you know. So there is somebody that you've been dealing with here. And maybe an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but again, that eclipse on the 4th is in the sign of Libra. So this may be pointing us in that direction. And male, female in these readings. I don't assign gender because there's just too many people and too many broad scenarios that it could be. But there's a person, and they intentionally are, have their sword drawn. And it does feel like they may be a member of your family, or somehow connected in with the family to you, a lot of you. It's time to just break free of it. You know, Eight of Rods in reverse is saying it's not time to retaliate. And I was just talking about that in one of the chart readings. You know, it's like, you don't have to prove that you're right. You don't have to argue with this person. You can just go down your own path and go your own way. And that just seems, and all this aside, all this peripheral stuff aside, the Magician is an awesome card. It's about being empowered. It's about forging your new trails. It's about going after what you want. And, the Emperor, I almost said, but the Magician has all the tools. He's got all 4 suits there on his table. He's got all the tools he needs to accomplish anything he needs to accomplish in this world. And it very much is of the world. Every time I look at this, these flowers are hanging out to me. Hanging out. I wanted to say standing out, and I'm saying hanging out. So I don't know. That may have something to do to somebody out there. Some kind of hanging or roses or climbing roses. These look like red flowers or something. That may have something to do with, it may be a message for somebody or some of you out there. Okay, I mean, the rest of the spread is just about moving forward, going. The Six of Swords is here. Moving forward, smooth sailing. You see your goals within reach. The turbulent waters behind you. You're moving on. And he's moving off the spread. So a lot of what's been happening up till now and what is going on now, I said this for another sign, is a temporary state of being. So everything that's around right now is kind of, temporary. Well, life is in general anyway, but it's telling us that wherever you're going to, your current circumstances, it's going to be completely different than your current circumstances. You're crossing over into a new realm. You're turning the page. You're moving forward. A lot of this is about don't be in bondage. Okay, up here we've got the devil. That's saying don't be in bondage. Don't be held into shackles, into the old way, the old paradigm. Don't be weighed down. This is about lightening, too. I feel like I'm lightening my load. Or I'm getting lighter. I'm dropping baggage. I'm dropping my baggage. I'm dropping my burdens. I'm lightening my load. That's a lot about what this is about, too. These two cards are rather similar. It's about false self-imprisonment, false imprisonment. So this one's in reverse. Let's release it. And it does line up with this Ten of Cups in reverse, too. Release this. And because things are out of balance. You can't be empowered and have everything be out of balance and be empowered at the same space here. This both can't hold the same space. So there's got to be a breakthrough. Also, I always look at what the Magician's pointing at. And he's also pointing off away from all this. So both of your cards that show motion, well, this one does too, but it's in reverse. But these pointing and movement cards, they're pointing away. This one's pointing onward and upward. This one's pointing, and I would consider this the past and this the future, in linear time. So this one's moving into the future, away from the past. It seems like this Queen of Swords, there's some sort of offer here. Somebody's trying to make an offering or a peace offering, but everything around it is saying no, no, no. The Queen of Swords sword points at it. So it has to do with he or she. And I don't like this energy at all. This person definitely does not have your interest in mind. It's all about them. Put it that way. This offer, things are out of balance. It would bind you. This offer, I want to say they would own you. So I would be real reluctant about getting into anything at this time, especially during eclipse season, And the full moon eclipse on the 4th is about releasing anyway. So that's what we're focusing on. That's what we want to work on. It says strength in reverse, It's all easy to say have strength and have patience, but when it's in reverse, it's like my patience is wearing thin. I've been waiting. I've been being calm. I've been, hanging in there, and things aren't really changing here. But they are changing. That's what I want to tell you, too. Even though things don't seem to be changing, I think they are. That's number one. There's things happening that you don't know about yet. That the universe is moving its chess pieces and getting things lined up for you. And secondly, the Magician always is, it's going to change when you make the change. It's self-empowerment. It's you being the one to forge and go ahead and go for it. Okay, so the King of Cups is down here. He's a bright spot in this. And so King of Cups, again, could be male or female, but water. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Maybe showed up in Pisces. Maybe showed up around that Pisces eclipse on March 20th as the new beginning. The thing about the kings, or whether it's male, female, whatever, it is somebody who has this self-mastery. Again, you have the pages, and then the knight, then the king, in succession. And when we get to the king energy, we've learned a lot of our lessons. We've grown up. We have a level of maturity and mastery. That's really what I want to say. So this is somebody that's going to be in the mix here in a positive way. They are in line with the Magician. They're also in line with this Temperance about things being out of balance. And this Five of Cups. So maybe you guys try to make a connection. I mean, some of you, this might be somebody you're attracted to. You might be having trouble in your relationships. And maybe this was, somebody that you had an attraction with, but the timing was never right. And maybe you might get together now. I mean, that's the thing. But it could also be on any level. It could be somebody that you always wanted to work with, but you guys could never get your schedules together. And now you're going to work with in some sort of a collaboration or something like that. And there could be travel involved in this, too. Either the two of you traveling somewhere together to do this function or whatever it may be, or one may have to travel to be near or by the other. At any rate, the big message here is Magician, forge your own path, go your own way, break free of old programming. If somebody don't waste time going round and round with somebody that's trying to, poke you. I feel like they want to poke you with that. I feel like they're like you know, try to poke you, try to start something. Or like how if you start a physical fight, guys like tap you on the shoulder, like, you know, poke you or push your shoulder to start a fight. You know, that's what I'm seeing. So I'm feeling like this is the energy of this person here. You know, so don't go there. Forge your own trail, go your own path. It's way off from where you are now. There's new levels to be discovered and gone to. Moving to new levels. Moving out of the general consensus of where you are now. Be careful that you don't get yourself into something you can't get out. Like signing contracts and stuff like that. Don't get yourself in bondage. Okay, I'm going to pull your card out, your animal totem. Here's what happened. I did finish the cards and I wanted so much to, I wanted so much to debut them with this eclipse and everything, the new moon and the equinox, but it takes 2 weeks to get the proof, so I don't have the cards in my hand, even though they are complete. But here is your animal totem. Hummingbird. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be right back to show you the hummingbird card and give you the explanation, so be right back. Okay, Leo, here it is, your animal totem for April. It's hummingbird. I'm just going to start by reading what I wrote at the bottom. Love abounding, laughter and joy, elevated by vibrations bring glimpses of magic. The fairy folk surely dance nearby. Savor the sweet bouquet and taste the nectar of life. You know, the hummingbird is a beautiful thing. It definitely means love. Whenever you see a hummingbird, you know that love is on the way. That's my #1 meaning of it. As always, you know, if you're interested in animal totems, you should look into this further. There's tons of information available online. If you want to get a book, I recommend the Ted Andrews book. I may write a book at some point in time. I probably will. But I think I'm going to do at least a volume 2 and possibly a volume 3. I wanted to show you guys real quick too. This is the back of the card, what it's going to look like. And this is going to be, it's called, I wanted it to be the box, but it's going to be like the title card. And the name of the cards are going to be the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. So I got that Beast Mistress because that was years ago when I was running that bar for my family. I tried to turn them on to animal totems, so they started calling me the Beast Mistress. It was like a running joke for a while there. So I thought, well, that's got to be it. That's got to be the name of the deck. I'm going to put a link to the video. There's a video of a couple of the jam band guys one night. It's really funny. It's like a minute long, not even, of them teasing me and doing their Beast Mistress stuff. So if you want to check it out and get a little giggle, I'll put the link up. But yeah, this is going to be it. As always, too, I love when you get confirmation. I'd love to hear about that. So if you do get outside confirmation, know that it is confirmation, #1. And #2, please leave it in the comments, because I love reading that when people get their confirmation in the outside world. And it doesn't have to be an actual hummingbird. It could be a banner, a t-shirt. You know, you could just see it anywhere, TV, whatever. Okay, so for April, it's hummingbird, and I'll be back next month with more. Okay, everyone, before we go, be sure to check out my book, Tarot in the Modern World. If you're watching this video to learn how to read tarot, well, this Tarot in the Modern World would probably be, you know, the companion guide. It's very reasonably priced and very easy to understand. It's available on Amazon. If you go to my main page over here, my main channel, and you go under the About section, well, this is my main channel. Go back to Home. You can see I have other channels there, but also if you go into the About section, you can find everything. You can find out how to order a reading. It's the second thing down, the prints, all the stuff, how to make a donation. And if you enjoy these free readings, you know, please don't hesitate to make a donation. I want to thank everybody who has been donating, because it really is awesome and it really makes it worthwhile to do these free readings. But you can also see some of my other channels, which is the VV Creative Shorts, which is all my keyboard stuff and music stuff and some arts and crafts. But I've been a keyboard player for many, many years, hence the rock and roll part of the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And I also have my Learning Songs for Kids. It's just Vicki Verley. It's my original YouTube channel. It has a ton of kids stuff, so if you or anybody you know has small children in your life, you might want to check that out. On the Tapestry of Life Mandalas page, if you go, that's where all the ordering is. But there's also these mandalas, you know, and it's based on your chart. I know a lot of people really like these mandalas, but they're kind of expensive. And they're expensive because, you know, they take many, many hours to make. They're made from your chart. So for a long time, I've been trying to think of how I could offer it in a less expensive way. I thought I might run charts for like the Dalai Lama or spiritual masters and offer those as prints for everybody. But what I finally decided to do, I've joined Fine Art America, And you can find a link to that on my main thing. And I've been starting to create these mandalas. They're going to be a series, which I believe will be a deck. These are the universal mandalas. And they're meant to tap into your collective unconscious. This one is the first in the series, and it's called The Forgotten Knowledge. I'm so stoked to get working on these. This is what I really, really want to do, because I'm just so drawn to it. I had to finish up that Animal Totem deck first, though. And now that that's finished, I'm going to be moving on to this. So if you like this, you can order a print for as low as $22. Fine Art America is a very reputable print on demand, and they do a high quality, really nice job on everything. So if you like it, you can check that out too. Again, it's all available on my main YouTube channel under the About section. You can find everything. I want to thank you all for donating and commenting and liking and sharing my videos and Google Plusing and all the things that you guys have been doing. I really, really appreciate all your support. Any donation is highly appreciated. Be sure to check out my books and my art and my other stuff, even if you can't make a donation. Maybe you would like to purchase some of my work. And of course, order a reading. That's another option. I am going to be coming up with another kind of video reading. I'll be announcing it soon. I wasn't able to get it together in time for this, but I am going to be coming up with a little private video reading thing, more dealing with past lives. I'll be announcing it soon. And be on the lookout for the Animal Totem cards. I will be announcing it in a little video as soon as I have the deck in my hand and they're available for sale. As I said, I really put a lot of work into these, and I made the Animal Totem deck with the intention of it speaking to your subconscious mind. So it's more than just merely a deck that you look up the definition and that's the end of it. You look at these cards, you're going to get stuff, and it did work, because I'm already seeing things in these cards. And that was my intention. I wanted it to be like that, to kind of get your psychic juices going, and kickstart your intuition, if you will. Okay, so remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll talk to you soon.